It's the weekend rip.
Welcome back to another day.
Another week, some would say.
Another week in the arid hellscape that is
the world.
Donald Trump's America. What's going on out there? What's going on?
The nice thing is,
what's the nice thing?
There's so much room to go down.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how it works. You take the stairs up and the elevator down.
What goes up must come down.
I just have to preface this before we start the show.
Preface it. Go off.
Right
Speak.
before we started the show, my esteemed colleague here said, "Who do you think's a faster typer, you or me?" And I said, "I am." Because question.
He's slightly faster and less accurate. I'm more accurate and slightly slower. I would call that a wash.
So he sends me a typing test, and I didn't even care. I just sat here and I fucking crushed it. I got 97% accuracy, and the only reason it wasn't 100 is because I didn't give a crap. And I got 91 words per minute, also because I didn't really give a crap.
You're implying that I gave a crap.
And this guy gets, what did you get, 81?
No, 83 with 100% accuracy. How is accuracy not factoring into this
I think people would want you to be faster and not accurate in this day and age.
I
move
think
fast,
that's true.
break things.
I think that's true, but I don't subscribe to that. I want accuracy.
Do
it right. If something's worth doing, do it right. That's
I would be a better secretary than you.
That I agree with.
I'd be sexier. I
disagree with.
I'd fully be showing my bust.
That I disagree with.
Yeah. You disagree that I'd be a sexier or a better
I think you'd
one?
be a better secretary. I'd be a sexier one.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, I think you'd probably be a better one. I am terrible at administrative tasks.
Oh,
you
that
need
I
me
know.
You need me to send that email? Mr. Buffett? Oh, no, Mr. Buffett is choking. By the way, Warren Buffett's going to die this year, fully. I'm calling it right now.
Confirmed.
Warren Buffett's going to die, and let me tell you folks something that's going to happen. His old adage of never bet against America is going to die with him. I am calling it right now.
And hopefully that always call your sister hot adage
goes
with them too, because what was up with that?
See, because I mean, the people don't. For those of you who don't know,
they know.
In Berkshire Hathaway's recent annual shareholder letter,
we've talked about it.
Yeah, but some might not know. They might not be familiar. He called his sister sexy, which is creepy
multiple times.
A cancelable offense. But yeah, I think that in light of recent things, you guys might have been following the news this week. Might have been following the news, a little bit of stuff going on. But I think that it dies with Warren Buffett. It just makes, the more I think, it's one of those things that just makes sense culturally. You know what I mean? Doesn't it? Think about it.
I mean, I've been squirreling away a pretty decent amount in the international index because I was like, I kind of saw America's great era of humiliation on the horizon. China did too. If you look at some of their papers, they just didn't think it would come so soon. They did not.
Yeah, neither did my ex-wife.
They did not count on
me coming.
America's own incompetency.
Yeah. Some would say that they did, and they absolutely counted on it.
No, but they didn't think it was. They didn't think they were this incompetent.
Oh yeah. So let's see. Oh, babu, babo, baba. Call your mom.
Babu, babo.
Call your mom. The weekly numbers. We've got the Q's down just about 8.5%.
Which
SPY
is good.
Down 8.12%. Bitcoin somehow up. Good for them.
Even though I keep buying that shit.
Good for my acid dealer, Mike, who's out there somewhere in Tennessee, tripping balls, enjoying himself. And
nothing I can do to bring this thing down.
Hey, I've made this joke before, but I miss the days when the only VIX that I knew was the shit that my mom would rub on my chest.
Can I ask you a question?
Okay.
And I don't mean this in a gotcha way. I want you to kind of explain it for people because you're on record as kind of, you've talked about wanting people to have kind of buying opportunities, right?
Sure.
But this doesn't please you at all.
This doesn't please me.
What would a buying okay, sorry. Continue.
No,
and then what would a buying finish what you were going to say, but also what would a buying opportunity
This doesn't
look
please me for a variety of reasons. Reason number one is I didn't play this to.
No, not you personally, because other people. You always talking about how.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, this pleases me in that regard. That I think.
Oh, you do like that?
Yeah, well, it's good. It's good for things to revert to the mean a little bit, and for people to be able to get in at better prices. It's not good for people like my mom, whose retirement accounts have probably taken quite a hit.
Why is your mom not in more like safe shit? Like
she is?
Oh,
but
okay.
still, I mean,
But I mean, she should be in like bonds and stuff.
She's in all sorts of stuff. She's got annuities. She's got bonds. She's probably fine.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know she's fine. I remember during COVID, she ended up fine anyway. But yeah, it's troublesome to me because, and this does, I have to remind myself, this does happen every time where people go, this time it's different. But this time really does feel different.
Yes, but that's what they say every time.
They
say at the .com bubble, oh, but this time is different.
Oh,
During 2008, this time it's very different.
This time it's different.
COVID was very different. It's always different and then it's not.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
This one feels different. If it persists.
It always feels different.
Because we've got a drunk monkey riding a go-kart through a stuffy Orange County country club.
He was there in 2020 when COVID was happening.
That's true.
I'm not saying I'm like highly confident. I'm just saying it's always this time's different.
That's true. But some people who are a lot smarter than myself have been writing extensively on just how unprecedentedly bad this can get.
There's some very funny things, like I forget. I wish I knew who it was. It was basically they were asking some expert, like, what exactly is going to happen? What are we looking at here? And they were like, we don't. There's no models for this because we never thought someone would be this stupid.
Yeah. It's that. It's the recent manufacturing surveys and small business owner surveys where everybody's got the same answer, which is we have no idea what's going on. We have no way to account for what may or may not get implemented policy-wise, so we have no ability to forecast for ourselves.
So you're saying,
and that's not good.
He might be able to pull it off.
He might be able to pull it off.
Did you saw me respond to your tweet and then people very earnestly?
Oh yeah, I mean, people were. I made a tweet out there, folks. That's a troll of a tweet. It starts with, "Oh, Donald Trump might actually be a genius. Here's a thread," but then the very first reply is, "Just kidding, he's a dipshit." And then
I replied when it had like 200 likes, just being like, yeah, but what if he pulls it off?
Yeah.
And now there's so many people who don't know that me and Ben are friends.
And joking.
I'm doing a joke.
Yeah.
And Ben's also doing a joke. And I'm just getting so many replies like, excuse me, Mr. DeRosa, please explain how you could pull this off.
Yeah.
And you're like, shut up.
I want to make a joke about pulling off, I don't know, underwear from a, I don't know, something. I'm just not even going to try. So I thought, we thought it would be a good idea to just run through each day this week. And let's start on Sunday. Brian Shannon, friend of the show. We really like Brian Shannon. He was talking about fighting the trend. An old adage, the trend is your friend. And he had the following to say.
Because I look at stocks and they're broken. I look at the market, it's broken. So I look at it and say, these are nice little rallies, but are they actually nice little rallies? Because we saw this move and then a big gap down, recovery, big gap down a week ago Friday, and then unless you bought it last Friday at the close, you really didn't even get a chance to participate in that upside. And then if you did buy over here on that Friday, you sure as hell had to get out to lock in those gains. Otherwise, it's chopping people up left and right, which is why I look at these 30-minute time frames and down to the 10-minute time frames and that sort of thing. Is I'm not trying to predict where we're going to be in 6 months or 9 months. Although if I were to do that, what seems most likely is something along the lines of this for the NASDAQ. It doesn't mean it's a prediction. But if we come down to the anchor from there and, start to rebuild some it'll look similar to this. And I've been saying this week after week after week, ever since I started this show. This is the way markets trade. What is your time frame? If your time frame is a longer term investor, guess what? The longer term uptrend is now broken. We don't have that pattern of higher highs and higher lows. So if you're buying stocks, you're fighting the trend. Because
there you have it, folks. If you're buying stocks, you are fighting the trend. And guess who's got a bloody effing nose? Me. Great mustache, by the way, on him. God damn.
I mean, I got a
See
bloody.
that thing?
I'm buying. I don't know what else to do.
Well, you're fighting the trend.
I know.
I've really it's good to see you. It's nice to be
Among friends.
Especially considering how precipitously my trading account has dropped in the last 2 weeks. I'm fine, but it's just annoying and it's hard to swallow. And it sucks because I'm going to this bachelor party this weekend, and I'm just like, I really wish I had gone into this weekend in a better position, but it is what it is. It's fine.
You should take psychedelics and be really weird to people.
I'll be fine.
Just cry.
I'm not. It's just unbelievable because I had a plan, which was I was looking for more of a bounce to then get more short, and the bounce was so short-lived that I completely fumbled the ball. And I mean, so let's start with what happened on Monday.
You know what Mike Tyson says?
Prepare to get punched or something?
Everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the face.
Punch to the face, yeah.
And so
Monday opened to a complete bloodbath, just like Brian predicted. Permabull Tom Lee just he went on TV and said, "We got a bottom in play, and markets are oversold. People are asking if Liberation Day could bring about. Let's just play. This guy, he can't hear me. He's got me blocked. But what a clown! Just total clown mode."
If it opens where it is right now, it'll be in correction territory again, down 10. But you have the same kind of feeling for this week that some of the underpinnings are in for a real bottom, for a tradable bottom or a real bottom.
Yeah, I mean both. I mean, obviously it doesn't feel this way because over the weekend futures came under pressure, but
It's
we
like
know
a Fred
markets
Armisen
are
character.
really oversold. We know that investors have had a lot of de-risking. And this week, I think, into April 2nd, investors have three things on their minds. You know, one is they just don't know what the tariffs look like. They don't know if it's going to damage the economy. And I think third, many are just a little terrified of the policies of the White House. But post-Wednesday, I think markets are going to have some visibility, and that allows us to take some of the selling pressure off. So, yes, I think it's possible.
How did that pan out for you, Tom? Post Wednesday, let me check my watch. Everything's red, dude. You were dead wrong, man. But that's okay. I was wrong. But you don't see me on CNBC talking about it. Probably because I'm not qualified. Probably because I'm a fucking moron and you're a professional. But, you know, who cares? What ended up also frustrating me, buddy, was Newsmax went public, and I didn't even
exploded.
I didn't even know. I would have bought so much of that shit, and I just didn't even know. It
What,
opened.
you thought it was going to be a good?
Yeah, if I had known, oh shit, Newsmax is going public today, especially at the valuation.
Is that because it's more of a meme thing, or is
yes,
it? Okay.
100%. Because I was just like, oh, it's a Trump-affiliated right-wing fucking thing.
Because I saw it IPOing, and I was like, who wants to get in on that?
I absolutely would. I just know based off of the radio commercials and the boomer brains out there that whose lead poisoned minds are watching it all the time. I just was like, this would be a good little flip to trade. Anyway, it went parabolic. It opened at $10. It closed at $79, and then the next day it exploded to Jesus. I want to say like 200 something. I did short it briefly. I almost top ticked it, actually. I shorted some at 240, but the cost to borrow.
God damn, it went up to 240?
Yep. Yeah. And I I sold some, and then I didn't want to hold it overnight because I was afraid that it might gap up and run even more. And sure enough, the next day it tanked like 160 points or something, 100 and however many, and I was short 100 shares, so it would have been 16 grand, something like that. Yeah, and markets on Monday closed a little. They see that's what happened all week. The dips just kept getting bought, right? We gapped down on Monday. We closed up.
Was Monday the 1st? Was that the...
Monday was the 31st. Okay. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah. Gapped up or gapped down, rallied to close. Same thing Tuesday. We gapped down a little bit more, dipped and ripped. Same thing Wednesday. Gapped down, ripped. And I thought, everybody was looking at Tuesday. Everybody was thinking, oh, April 2nd, Liberation Day.
Well, he also moved up his little speech for post-market close.
Yes, and that's where I failed to plan, because on a technical level, on a technical level, we hit the 5-day moving average, which, as everybody remembers from Brian Shannon, that's a great short-term resistance for us, and we hit that and came off of it like fucking clockwork. And as we were going into I personally thought, okay, Liberation Day, all these tariffs are going to be announced. The fact that the market had resilience going into that and the dip kept getting bought, I was like, okay, buyers are showing up. It is not going to drop like everybody thinks. This tariff day is baked in. Everybody already knows the market is forward-looking, yada, yada.
Yeah, they finally found something that wasn't priced in.
I guess just the scope of it wasn't priced in.
Also, the sheer chaos of it all.
Oh, yeah.
And zero, everyone going, what the hell is that?
I did not have nearly enough put options, and that's where I'm just absolutely so just deflated and defeated, because this week, by all accounts, coulda, shoulda, woulda been a banner week that could have made my whole damn year. And going into all of this, looking at what the experts were saying, the manufacturers' comments, all these small business, all these comments from all these businesses and industry professionals talking about the uncertainty and just how bad it's going to be. It was all there. All the pieces were there. And then on the technical side, the fact that we couldn't get above that key near-term level, there was a part of me in my brain, because I saw, okay, he's going to be announcing these after hours. I was like, I should just buy like $25,000, $30,000, $40,000 worth of put options just in case things go south fast. And I just didn't do it. And then I go out and walk the dog after the market closed, and I see that SPY is immediately down like 3% after hours. And I'm just going, shit!
I'm just surprised you didn't see that. I honestly, before we talked, I was like, God, Ben probably made out like a bandit, because it just seemed so.
No, I was busy. I was buying the dip, thinking that it would have the opposite effect, where it would be like, oh, the bad news is, okay, it came and went. Everybody can now breathe a sigh of relief that it's here. We've been anticipating this. Not the case. It's one of those rare cases where fucking buy the rumor, continue buying the news on the short side, I guess. Sell the rumor, sell the news. But yeah, I lost our place on this.
Yeah, but this is also just so much.
It's so, yeah. It's fucking exhausting, man. I mean, Jesus God. It's really just so unprecedented.
I mean, you're talking about a dismantling of the way global trade.
Yeah, and
worked.
it's funny.
Fundamentally different.
There are some traders who abide by the whole, don't read the news. The news technicals will tell you everything you need to know, and it's like, yeah, that's normally something that I would agree with, but in this case, when you've got absolutely insane outlier things affecting the markets on an intraday basis like this, it's just I don't know, fucking ignorant and irresponsible to be like, I don't pay attention to the news. I don't care what's going on. It's like, you absolutely should.
Right.
Because it's why we're down.
Buddy, turn on the TV. You're going to want to see what that guy's saying in the Rose Garden right now.
Oh, it's nothing. It's nothing. It's not anything. It's actually something.
Yeah.
It's like a big fucking something. Anyway, so yeah, Tuesday we're the getting bid up. Newsmax shot up. Shout out to this tormented Gothic princess who said that she got herself a new house. Oh, is this the wrong link on there? This that green one.
NMAX.
I don't think we should even talk about my appearance on the Daily Rip. That was fun though. Yeah, right there. NMAX, shout out to Tormented Gothic Princess. Is that Oh, okay, here we go. She said, I'm out. Gained a new house today. $15 to $200. I'm happy with that. The company is pretty much sinking. This company isn't worth this. Their revenue doesn't support this. So if you are in at the top, I feel for you. They are planning on being the state-run MAGA network / Truth Social network station. I can feel the rug coming. Time to do some puts. Well, they don't have options trading on it yet. Man, oh man.
Wait, I want to see. What's this clip?
What clip?
Oh, no, that's a different one.
This one of me on Daily Rip?
Yeah.
It's okay, sure. Let's watch it.
That was some
Why
New
not?
York City street violence. What's that mean?
So now you'd have like Gavin Newsom making vines. It's like people, I don't know, we can't have nice things. So yeah, if it comes back, you're like, no, I'm done. I'm out. I'm a podcast bro
Talking
now.
about Vine
That's what I
coming
do.
back.
I mean, first of all, I do not identify as a podcast.
Oh, it's because she
bro.
called you a podcast, bro.
I
I
identify
resent
you that
I
way.
resent
So
that. I am a podcast professional. I don't know.
you're
what
a Mac
I,
Weldon
Brother, you
model.
look
is what
tired?
you are.
Yeah, I just
don't
woken
call
up, man. I
myself,
was
like,
woke
even
up at
when I
5:30. We were
refer to
broadcasting at like 6:15. I don't know where the hell the part is. Anyway, let's fast forward to Wednesday, shall we? Tesla had their delivery numbers coming out, and the dip got bought on that because they were bad, but it was
But
kind
also
of,
isn't a big part of that because Trump leaked that Elon's going to be gone soon.
yeah, but so that was a weird thing,
And that
because-
means he will be going back to
Tesla.
He'll be resuming his proper roles at Tesla.
But then
After a historic loss in Wisconsin, going out there and
Yeah.
pouring all this money into the election, getting his ass handed to him.
So yeah, Trump. I don't think Trump himself released that because then there were some walkbacks.
I don't even think it's real. I think it's.
Yeah.
I think he doesn't love being associated with a loser and was like, you
Yeah.
know what, put out a little because it was immediate. He got his ass kicked in Wisconsin, and they were like, you know what, tell people he's gonna be gone soon.
Yeah, and so that Tesla rallied. It went from Tesla opened at 254, and it rallied up to 283. But then it was like there was a weird. I can't even remember what the headline was. It was something along the lines of, "This was already known. Yeah, it's a given that he's going to be leaving. He's not leaving anytime soon. It's just that when he's done, he's going to go back." So then it kind of came back to.
Also,
Earth.
is that even good for Tesla at this point? I mean,
don't
he's so toxic.
I mean, I feel sick to my stomach every time I see a fucking Cybertruck. I hate those stupid pieces of shit. I hope they all crash.
Do you do your duty and flip them off?
I don't flip them off because I'm not that much of a
Thumbs down?
psycho. I don't even thumbs down. I just look at them and I go, ugh.
You go, come
That's all I
on.
need. Ugh, god damn. Rivian had their numbers. They were okay. And Newsmax, closed at 233 on Tuesday, and then it just started tanking on Wednesday. Then you had a couple of these Chinese IPOs. There's this Top Win International, and they started out doing okay, and then they tanked. There was one that I'm so another just man. What a week that I just fucking dropped the ball. Ticker was WTF, and I thought that's funny. That's got the
In this
potential
economy?
to go, and I hesitated on it at $7 a share. And it went up to like 25 or something.
You should have known better on that one. The fart coin king himself.
Yeah. I did trade Fartcoin for a nice tidy profit over the last couple of weeks, so that was nice.
Get out of this game. Get back in the memes. You good at you're reading, you're the poop man. Anything poop related, you're seeing it. You're going, people love shit.
People love shit and poop. Yeah. I'm good at reading the tea leaves, and I just dropped the ball on reading I mean, dude, you could have bought put options betting against the S&P yesterday for $5. They traded as high as $160. That's $5,000 into $160,000 overnight.
And you did it.
No.
I know.
Because I didn't think that it would. I thought that after yesterday we surely wouldn't put in even more lows. I mean, I left so much money on the table today just because I did buy some put options yesterday for today, but I sold them at the open, and we opened down like 2% and we ended up going all the way down to 5%. So I left a lot of money on the table. I'm very stressed, but I'm so stressed that I just have to relax.
Do we even update on what is Tesla at now? I just want to know.
I don't know.
239.
239.
Jesus Christ, down 10% today.
Yeah, man. The one saving grace for
Holy hell.
Yeah, the saving grace for the SPY and the Qs is today's volume was some of the biggest we've had in almost 2 years, I'm going to say, and that usually marks at least a near-term bottom. A lot can happen over the weekend, so it's like with the VIX being in the 40s, odds are that we're near a bottom. I think.
Man, Tesla might turn it around though. Jim Cramer, nothing magnificent about Tesla. To the moon.
There's nothing magnificent about Tesla. Shut the hell up. I like Jim Cramer. I don't know. Everybody hates on him. I like him. Then
you like Cramer?
I like Jim Cramer. What's not to like? He's entertaining. You ever watch his show? It's entertaining as hell. He knows a lot. People need to give him a fucking pass. Do you know how hard it is to be talking about this shit every day and be expected to just be right? He's not out there going, I'm the smartest guy in the world. He's just going, here's what I think. And everybody goes, look at this fucking bald freak. Look at him. He's bald. Everybody talks about how bald he is.
He's very bald. He's
extremely bald. He's got clown head.
If that man's going outside without a hat, that's a mistake.
I'm going, look at the bald. Mommy, look at the bald man.
Oh, no, I'm just talking sun protection.
Oh, sure. And then you had everybody going nut for TikTok. Amazon's bidding. OnlyFans is
everyone,
bidding.
Your favorite, Ep.17, wants to get in there?
God, I fucking hate that name. Ep.17.
Who do you think's going to get it?
I don't know. I think Walmart was even in the mix. Now.
I hope it goes to Walmart.
I hope it
TikTok brought to you by Walmart.
Yeah.
Which would be huge for someone like Amazon or Walmart because they have that huge shopping platform. Isn't the Chinese version like just strictly like home shopping network? They're just like displaying.
Oh yeah, and then they toss it. The Chinese lady comes on and shows it for 20 seconds and tosses it, and I mean,
Amazon can just show you their cheap crap.
Yeah. That's what Trump wants to bring back to the United States. We used to be a country that manufactured little widgets and stuff. Did you see the video of the guy? There's a MAGA guy who I don't know where he is. He's in like some kind of metalworking factory, and he's got a little square of like steel, and he goes, "Do you guys know how easy it would be to make toasters? You know, they're not going to be like shiny plastic like the ones you can get now, but they'll do the trick. They'll be durable. Like, look, you could do this and you could make... So everybody that's out there complaining, shut up. Get to work."
Maybe we all just make our own toasters. Maybe we need to be more self-sufficient.
I'm like trying to imagine what he's describing the toaster to end up looking like. And it's just like a base... what is it? Like a stainless steel little piece of shit? He's like, yeah, you could just put some... you put the wiring in there and the mechanism, and boom, you got a toaster. And
it's as
like,
simple as that.
All right, brother, if it's that easy, get cooking, get to work.
Yeah, why don't you start pumping them out of your garage?
Isn't that what the fucking when these guys would go to like Cuba and look at the grocery stores where they just had one type of toaster and it was just like a piece of shit? They'd be like, yeah, look at what communism gets you. It's like that's what you're kind of advocating for. It's just, hey, look at this. Here's the piece of shit toaster but it's made here in America. That's what matters.
Yeah, instead of foreign imposed trade embargoes, we're just doing it on ourselves.
Yeah. God damn, dude. I'm so sick of this fucking timeline.
Well, figure out how to make a toaster.
These guys, they're obsessed with telling people what to do. At first it was learn to code, and then now that's gone, learn how to prompt an AI, and now it's fucking learn how to be a metallurgist. Learn how to make toasters.
Learn how to run the robots at the factory.
Man, I can run laps around a robot. I'm smarter than a robot.
Do you think you could?
Yeah.
We put you in the
Just knock it over,
in the toaster lab.
Throw a blanket over it. What's it going to do?
No dirty business. We put you in the toaster lab. You're making
Oh, that thing's killing me.
Oh,
It's
okay.
destroying me. And who knows what sabotage a robot is capable of?
We talked about your words per minute. I'd love to see your toasters per minute.
Brother, I'd be doing like one per. You'd have to measure it by the hour. One toaster per hour. And I'm making them. I'm sitting in a bathtub, a full bathtub, while I'm manufacturing these things. Man. Okay. Let's see. Oh, Babu. Yeah, one of the big questions was how the administration calculated these tariffs, and it's pretty clear that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. And smart people have been going, what are we doing here? And the MAGA faithful, the Trump nutsuckers, as it were, I wish I could be that unbothered. Just to be
stop
like,
drinking coffee.
I trust dear leader what he's doing. You know.
Well, I think at a certain point, whether or not you support him or not, if you got to at least hope he can land the plane. I mean, I don't know what else we can do.
Yeah.
There's well, I mean, there's going to be some lawsuits. It seems like people are going to be trying. I don't know. It's
well, so as it turns out, they've been calculating tariffs based on not tariffs given to us. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. This is from James Surowiecki. Just figured out where these fake tariff rates come from. They didn't actually calculate tariff rates and non-tariff barriers as they say they did. Instead, for every country, this is crucial here, they just took our trade deficit with that country and divided it by the country's exports to us. So we have a 17.9 billion trade deficit with Indonesia. Its exports to us are 28 billion. 17.9 divided by 28 equals 64%, which Trump claims is the tariff rate Indonesia charges us. What extraordinary nonsense this is.
No, that checks out. It's unfair. They've been unfair to us for too long, and no one even said thank you.
Those Indonesians charging us 60. Yeah, in what clown world are they in what clown world is Indonesia actually charging us 64%?
They're just in clown world.
It's just exhausting, man. It really is.
There's such a deep misunderstanding. But
of
again,
how anything works.
It's hard to even say it's a misunderstanding. I mean, who knows if this is all just intentional? There's been some people who are talking about how like he's already getting on the phone. He's cutting deals. It's going to be deals.
Yeah. Well, because everything with him is better than ever. It's stupendous. It's gold plated. After he did this stuff, he was showing the Trump gold card.
Oh, $5 million.
Touting that on the plane.
And they ask him, they've got it. It's on Air Force One. They ask, he's showing his little $5 million gold card, and they say, "Who's the first buyer?" And he goes, "I am." And they go, "Well, who's the second?" We're like, what do you mean you're the first buyer?
Yeah.
You paid $5 million to
My
get
guy.
citizenship here? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I am. I'm the first buyer. I paid $5 million.
It would be fun and interesting to watch all of his cohorts bend over backwards if it wasn't simultaneously so devastating what's being wrought on the economy and the markets at the same time. Like, I would love to just kick back and go, "It's very cute, very funny that you believe in this and that you think this is going to work."
It'd be cool if we were streaming from China.
Yeah, sure. I just can't.
And in between this, we were doing little ads for our robo drones.
Yeah,
that are going to be changing the country.
Well, so then let's get to Thursday, one of the worst days in market history, and who other than Newsmax was ringing the bell? Golly. Oh, look at him.
Giuliani's
up there, man. Okay, Mr. Gorbachev. Oh, man, great. Yeah, look at that. Rudy Giuliani is just walking dead, isn't he? What a clown. How nice it must be to be the guy who owns Newsmax. Forgot his name. Anyway.
I've talked about it. I briefly dated someone who worked at Newsmax a long time ago, but it was before it was like Newsmax. It was before the country went crazy and everything. And I was just like, a little weird, but whatever.
Yeah, sure. Let's talk about, Christopher Ruddy. Yeah, that's who, I couldn't remember his name. Christopher Ruddy. Let's freshen up our rules on market halts. Excuse me, shall we? So you've got a level 1 halt, which happens when you have a 7% decline. Then you've got a level 2 halt, which happens at 13%, and then level 3 is a 20%, and then there's time limits as well. So I should know this stuff. In the final, whatever. I mean, Jesus, I hope this doesn't happen. I don't think it'll happen, but during COVID, I remember they were hitting constantly. That was quite a time, and it felt good for me because I was short. So I didn't care. I remember just freaking out. I was getting like my oil changed, and I was at a breakfast place just chewing on a croissant, just going, "Oh my god." What a great time that was for me personally, not for the country.
Wasn't this during lockdown?
It was before lockdown.
Oh, before lockdown.
Yeah, it was when
pre Tom Hanks getting COVID.
Yeah. Oh man, that was
the real.
Jeez.
That was the unofficial start of COVID.
That was Tom Hanks.
They were like, okay, wrap it up. One of our beloved guys got it. It's not a joke anymore.
But
him and Rita are laid up, and also the NBA is canceled. By the way,
you know how much Chet Hanks costs or charges to be on a show?
$5,000.
$5,000. We should do it. Let's look at the Tariff TKO from Hostile Charts. There, great chart from Hostile Charts showing the Tariff TKO. Look at that. Started to bounce, man. And then, sure enough,
pow! Right in the kisser.
Right in the kisser.
God, that's so funny. The real fight starts. Punch landed. Another punch landed. Another punch landed. Another punch landed. Tariff TKO.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was
get off the campus.
I was loaded to the gills on July and September dated puts, and I sold pretty much all of them on these moves. So I'm really upset. Michael's strategy. What did he have to say? Of course,
dude.
There's no tariffs on Bitcoin.
This is beautiful.
We're using more money to buy more Bitcoin, and to his credit, man, Bitcoin has held up like a dang champ.
Well, there have been people kind of pushing this thing of like, I don't understand why it just tracks with the market. Like, and I'm like, I'm watching, I'm going, it's not at all. I mean,
because it was for a hot minute.
Yeah, and it has historically when.
Yeah, I think you're thinking of Dave Portnoy, who said, I don't understand.
I've seen a lot of viral tweets basically saying the same thing. And every time I go, oh, shit, is it tanking? Because obviously I'm going to buy in, and I'm going, what are you talking about? It's been hovering 84, 83, 82 forever.
It's been hovering like one of the UAPs. Let's see what Kyla Scanlon, friend of the show, had to say. She was on our episode of the Ben and Emil show this week. I love her commentary. She just wrote, "Oh my," because here are all of Lutnick's. What are these headlines? Lutnick: no chance Trump will back off tariffs. Lutnick: countries can fix non-tariff trade barriers. Negotiating is talking. No talking, just doing. Trump will stand firm. What countries can do is stop exploiting the U.S. We don't have a plan about the dollar. If the dollar is cheaper, it's easier to export. So that's fun. That's funny. We really like that. Nike dropped a ton. Sorry, excuse me. Nike, Dell, Apple, Amazon, ON, the shoe company, so much stuff dropped. And Bill Ackman, crybaby Bill Ackman, in fact, is sometimes the best strategy in a negotiation is convincing the other side that
I
you're
can't
crazy.
believe this guy logs on every day and says stuff like this.
Truly. What an idiot. This guy's
just so
dumb as
stupid.
rocks. Did his brain melt as his hair turned white? What happened to him?
Sometimes the best strategy in a negotiation is convincing the other side you're crazy.
Sure.
Thank you. For
Yeah, if you're negotiating with a used car salesman.
As he holds the world hostage.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And he's apparently got 18.8 million shares of Nike with a cost basis over $80, consisting of 11.22% of his portfolio. So this guy he's hurting. His little butt is hurting. And I don't know what he's thinking. You know who's winning so far? Kroger, Dollar General, Campbell's Soup, Hormel Chili.
I'm sure anyone making canned goods right now.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's check on Kroger. Kroger. Wow. Well, Kroger had quite the turn today, but Dollar General was up. Dollar Tree did not do well today, actually. CPG. Wait, what is it? CPB. Excuse me. CPB. Campbell's Soup. They like that soup, man. Remember when who was the guy who's the lead singer of Kiss? Gene Simmons? There was a moment on Twitter like 10 years ago
There's
when he would
just
just
a
tweet
big,
photos
massive
of Progresso
momentum
soup and just go, look at this soup. Disgusting. Like in the bowl, like he had prepared it for himself. And he just would write, disgusting soup.
I missed that.
Hormel Chili. Not even Hormel Chili could withstand the utter heat of the red coming in.
Can we click some of these? I want to see like, let's see Nike or
Nikkei
or on.
Okay. Yeah, Nike. Down 20. I mean, that was a big drop. It was well in the 60s and dropped down. Look at the 6 month, 6M. Here we go. Yeah, man. Look at that. 80 down to 70 and then just drop back into there. I mean, it had a spike today. So did Restoration Hardware. So did Wayfair on the headline about Vietnam wanting to.
Yeah, they make all their stuff in Vietnam, right?
Yeah. Vietnam.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I mean, boy, oh boy, guys. Geez Louise. $2.85 trillion was wiped out from the U.S. stock market on Thursday. We closed at the low, and just when you didn't think it could get any worse, it got worse today. It got worse. No, actually much worse, come to think of it.
I shouldn't laugh. It's not good.
No, yeah,
For
it
anyone.
sucks. I personally
It's
saw,
actually really scary.
Yeah, I saw a lot of I'm down about $300,000 from 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
But
Profits. Like my profits were really high and from the last year, and they've come down precipitously.
a lot of people were saying it was overvalued. So this is just
What, my profits?
Yeah, it was just this is just a correction.
Yeah, market commentators were saying no. Actually, sorry, excuse me, not $300,000, $288,000.
Yeah, good.
Woo! That would have been close, but it's a good thing that I'm gonna owe like $180,000 in taxes. So that's a good thing, actually.
Well, that
That's
still
good.
leaves me with $100K.
At least you have plenty of money left to, I'm gonna be totally fine.
That's still nice. That's a nice amount of profit.
Yeah. I'm a good trader when I'm not
When
I'm
the
not
world is
sucking.
not collapsing.
Well, everybody's a genius in a bull market, as they say, and I am a genius.
I bet there's a lot of retail people who are going to be
Oh yeah,
losing their shorts.
yeah. And if you lose your shorts, be sure not to step outside because they'll call the cops on you. You look like a crazy person walking around without your underwear. Remember when the Coney 2012 guy went outside without his underwear?
Do I remember? I told him to do it.
The Coney, does anybody, for those of you who don't remember, how do you even begin to describe what that was?
Dude, I don't even know.
Okay,
it was
let me
like
try.
a viral video campaign for
There was a group of white folks in like North San Diego County were part of this church. They went on like a mission to Africa in the early 2000s, and they were so affected by the use of child soldiers in rough parts of Africa, like Sierra Leone and stuff.
Yeah, but they made a video. That
Right.
was when it all.
Right, that's just the foundation. And then in like 2010, 2011 or so,
It was 12, wasn't it? Coney 2012.
well, but it was for that year. Like next year, we're gonna make. They made this video called
yeah, that was the hashtag Coney 2012.
Yeah, Coney 2012, because there was this warlord named Coney, Kony, and they made this video going, we've always wondered what we can do about this problem, this serious issue of child soldiers being used by this horrible warmonger named Joseph Kony. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to make him famous. We're going to make him so famous that the people in power won't have any choice but to help these children. And they made this very affecting video, and they made the hashtag Coney 2012, but it took a while for it to sour. If that came out today, it would sour in the afternoon.
Oh, it was
It took
crazy.
weeks.
It was like, but that was the perfect time for it. People would still
MySpace. Yeah, Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook.
Yeah.
People were still they weren't as jaded as they
Yeah.
are now.
The
And
hottest girl
that
at your
was
high
like-
school was probably like Coney 2012.
a lot of people
Yeah.
were Coney 2012.
A lot of people. They had their Livestrong
It was-
bracelets,
they were-
and they had Coney 2012.
They were, it was very reminiscent of Save Darfur,
Yeah.
Rwanda.
But then when the pushback started, the main guy went crazy. Like, so crazy, in fact, that he stripped off all of his clothes and went butt-ass naked outside in, like, Oceanside, San Diego, wherever, at like 11:30 in the morning, and was like, touching himself, screaming. Probably from his perspective, going, why is everybody making fun of me? I just tried to do a good thing. Arguably one of the very first victims in the history of the internet of getting bullied. Collectively bullied to the point where he got naked and ran outside. He just went crazy. And
We'll have to fact check that on the first.
one of the first to like lose his proverbial S. You know?
He was the kind of start of you never want to achieve fame too quickly on the internet.
No, they'll hate you no matter
If you
what.
skyrocket, you're going to come crashing down. You need to have some kind of slow build.
Like us.
To rely on.
Yeah.
Ours is maybe too slow. You'd like it a little faster than ours.
Don't make me you guys want to see me get naked out there? I'll do it. Just make it go faster.
A little bit faster.
Look at this guy. Churchgoer, Jason Russell.
I like how you can make churchgoer a slur. That was nice.
Well,
churchgoer.
Well, type in Jason Russell crazy. Let's see what that pulls up. Jason. Oh yeah, look at him there. Coney filmmaker naked masturbating in street. Poor guy. Wait, look at that second one, bottom right on the no, shoot.
Wow, someone said I can confirm being from Uganda, and Coney was already in Congo and defeated way before 2012.
Well, anyway. God bless Jason Russell. Hope he's doing okay.
He was our first Hawk Tua.
Yeah. He was our first Hawk Tua. Anyway,
Hawk Tua's making a comeback. I can't wait.
Let's see. The market's reactions today have just been absolutely banana cray bonkers. China tariffs. China responds to our tariffs. They say, "Oh yeah, Trump, you really gonna do that to your friends, China?" Xi Jinping's looking at him like De Niro, going, "You want a piece of me?
You want a
piece of me? You want a piece of these tariffs? I got 1 billion of us, man. What are you thinking? I'm thinking on 100-year timelines, man.
Not ideal. They hit back.
We started the dang Silk Road. You think you're gonna come to us?
34% tariff on U.S. imports. That's supposed to start April 10th.
Boo.
April 10th.
That caused Nvidia to plummet under $100. My poor uncle is probably reeling because he bought it
at the top.
He bought it a few weeks ago, and I just knew it's just devastating to hear him. Dude, when we talk about stocks, he's like, I bought some of that Nvidia, and I'm like, oh, geez, here we go.
I better get out.
I mean, he did the same thing a few years ago when Tesla was absolutely skyrocketing.
You got to start the reverse uncle ETF.
I do. I mean, this is a man who up until very recently was still making his trades by calling a broker and having them do it, and they were charging him $50 per trade. And I'm like,
that's sick.
You're getting hosed, dude.
Rocks.
I'm like, I don't pay anything. He goes, what? How? Because I got a computer. What do you mean how?
That's incredible.
The broker's probably just like, here he is again. Yeah. No, I can make that trade for you,
Wait,
sir.
shut up. He's calling. He's calling.
It's going to be about $50, $60 commission. Oh, okay.
Look, with these tariffs, we're going to have to raise our rates.
Yeah.
It's going to be $100 a trade.
Yeah. Oh,
all right.
My
That's
poor
fair.
uncle. This is the guy who has 2 different gym memberships because why am I going to get rid of this one? They grandfathered me in at like $20 a month. I'm like, That's just get rid of the more expensive one. Yeah, but I like going to this one sometimes. I'm like, oh my god.
I like it. Your uncle is he's carefree.
Oh, he's such a.
I wish I could. The way I lament losing money, I can't believe I was doing it that way. And he's just out there 2 gym memberships. Doesn't give a. He's paying $50 a trade.
A couple years ago, well, more like 10 years ago now, my little brother was in dire need of a car. And he was like struggling. He needed an affordable car. My uncle had 3. One of them was our grandma's car that she like gave to him, and it had like 30,000 miles. It was a Toyota Camry, and he basically was like, "Hey, Uncle Jeff, can I buy the Camry off of you?" And he's like, nah, I can't do it." It's like, dude, you're one guy and you have 3 cars.
That's
and
insane.
your nephew needs a car that our grandmother just gifted to you. God, what a selfish man.
That's crazy.
Does
he still have that Camry?
Yeah, he still has his
He has
Highlander.
3 cars?
Yes, he has a Highlander, a Camry, and I think another Camry. And they sit in his.
Does he have a family?
No, he's never been married. He has no children. His house is fully paid off.
What do they do with 3 cars?
Alternates. I don't know. This is a man with 2 gym memberships. He's an enigma, I'm telling you. Anyway.
I'll tell you what, the consumer sentiment board needs to call him. See how he's feeling. He's feeling
God.
good. Me? I still got the 2 gym memberships, the 3 cars, everything's good.
Oh, Babu. Okay, let's see. We had Dan Ives talking about this being the worst policy mistake in the last 100 years. Love that take because it really doesn't get any more clear than that. Yeah. What else do we have? Ivan Hoff was talking about panic selling and forced liquidation through risk-off sectors, including gold miners, utilities, energy, etc. Let's pull up that chart. Why not? What's his name? Doug Ivanhoff? I don't even know. Finally seeing signs of panic selling and forced liquidation as everything that held well until recently is also getting chopped. Ay. Look at that from the energy sector. Just the last 2 days. Whoo-wee! And on big volume too. Ay. Yeah, it's feeling a bit capitulative. I'm guessing that Monday we either gap up and rally or we gap down, dip, and then rip.
Wow.
That's my prediction. Which
That's
is impossible. That means it's impossible to play on a Friday. You can buy calls for Monday, but if they're going to get destroyed on any significant gap down, or you can just try your luck and wait and hope, but then there's a good chance that we gap up 3% on anything. God knows what can happen over the weekend. He could gleefully tweet that it's working and we're going to talk to, whoever the hell.
You think by Monday there's going to be a bounce with all this
Who
news?
knows? Well, it would at least...
with China retaliating?
The thing is, how fast this market is dropping, it is pricing in everything very, very quickly. That's the supposition here. Let's click that GPAISA reminds us that if we're looking to buy in this market, this is a really good... This is a good piece of advice. If you are buying, look for names with rising 50/200 week moving averages. The likes of Hims, Tesla, Apple, etc. Do not be bottom fishing and sloping down 50/200 week moving averages like Restoration Hardware, Nike, Roku, Block. I think that's XYZ, PayPal. So basically, yeah, you want to look for the ones that have been resilient through all of this. You can probably go on FinViz or Fintel and look for ones, put in that kind of thing. Ay. Let's see. What else? Let's wrap it up, shall we? We're approaching the end. Trump called out Jay Powell because Jerome Powell spoke today, and he basically said exactly what we figured he was going to say, which is that, hey, we don't really know what's going to happen with this stuff yet. We got to wait for the data.
I, much like everybody else, does not know what's going to happen.
And then Donald Trump said this would be a perfect time for Fed Chairman Jerome Powell to cut interest rates. He is always... Why does he do this with the quotation marks?
I know.
He is always late. What's the innuendo there, man? But he could now...
Jerome, he's always late.
Okay? But he could now change his image, and quickly. Energy prices are down. That's okay. Interest rates are down. Inflation is down. Even eggs are down 69%, and jobs are up. All within 2 months. A big win for America. Cut interest rates, Jerome. and stop playing politics.
I will say the eggs are back in grocery stores.
Yeah, well, I'm not eating them because I got high cholesterol, baby. Yeah, everybody laugh at the young man with
Did
the
you
high.
get your Lipitor?
No, I didn't get my Lipitor.
Don't yell.
Because
Dave.
everything
Don't-
is a disaster. You can't even get your Lipitor these days because your Kaiser Permanente is not in the your heart doctor's not in the same network as your damn Kaiser, and they won't even accept the prescription. They won't even take it. No, we don't like him.
Oh, well, their whole thing is that it's all one network.
You should still be able to fill a I'll pay out of pocket. Crying out loud. It's a doctor prescribing me something. Just take it and fill it.
I mean, Kaiser's whole thing is that it's all one network.
Jesus.
You kind of dicked up on that one.
Yeah, it's right there in the name, Permanente. They're permanent. They are.
That's a stretch.
Boy, these Kaisers are Permanente.
That one's a reach.
Yeah. Huge congrats to this American Rebel Holdings. I saw people. Huge shout out to Investors Underground. They were trading this today because it's another one of these stupid Trump stocks. It was up today. I mean, it's down 70% in the last 6 months, but it had a nice little bounce today, sporting a 2.37 million market cap. According to StockTwits, why it's trending due to a confluence of factors, including recent television appearances by the CEO and an upcoming investor meeting at Mar-a-Lago, generating significant buzz and speculation among online communities. While many are optimistic about the stock's potential, some express concerns about its volatility and risk, particularly given its low float and previous price fluctuations. All right.
Hi, I'm Andy
Wait,
Ross.
oh my God. Scroll down to that. That's American Rebel?
Yeah.
Holy.
Occurs amid broader market uncertainty and sector-specific implications for the beer
Look at
industry.
that. Yeah. Oh, it's a beer company?
Yeah, scroll down. Why does
Let's-
it look like Schmidt Gay?
Schmidt's gay. CEO Andy Ross appearances on
Oh my
West
God.
Palm Beach TV, South Florida. Heck yeah, man.
Oh, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Andy Ross, and it's my pleasure to tell you the American Rebel story.
Why are you
It
looking
all
over
started
there?
when I had a TV show called Maximum Archery World Tour.
Oh, I
was
remember
blessed to
Maximum
bow hunt the
Archery World Tour.
for 10 years on outdoor TV. One of the things we did on the show to give it more edge and a lot of fun is
Oh, it's cool
we
that their
would film
audio
the
isn't even
travel
synced.
and the camaraderie, going in and out of bars, playing darts, crossing borders, just traveling down the road with the guys and the camera crew. And it really was like the first reality show. We did,
Yeah.
obviously, we did our bow
I bet
hunt,
that
and we had our
trailer
hunting
stunk.
scenes, but we also just filmed the good time. One of the things I wanted to do to give it a rock and roll feel and a rock and roll edge was I was able to create some music. I could play a little, I knew my way around the studio a little bit, so I wrote a bunch of songs like Gotta Go Hunting Blues, Hunt Me Down, Buck of a Lifetime.
Please tell me,
Red Trail
is there?
on a
Can we see if
Whitetail,
there's
Support
any
Your Local
music?
Does he pick up a guitar? Because
Yeah.
I'm gonna need.
Well,
to.
I like American Rebel beer. It's not that Bud Light stuff that's queer. I like
Damn it.
American Rebel.
I need
American
to see
Rebel
this man.
Beer. Check out AmericanRebelBeer.com. And for tour dates, check out AndyRoss.com.
He looks tiny.
Who knows? Maybe
He
we'll
does.
see
He
you
looks
on the
like
road.
he's probably 5'5", a short king, if you will. Yeah, American Rebel. So go load up on American Rebel, folks. All right, let's
If not for the beer, his music
yeah.
is about to take off. That's for sure.
Let's quick rapid fire through this. J.P. Morgan raised its U.S. recession odds to 60%. That's great. Oh, one last thing. Did you see Donald Trump's video that he put out this morning?
No.
Let's click that Warren Buffett issued a statement.
Oh yes, I did.
Yeah.
Warren Buffett already came out and said this is
Yeah,
100% false.
'cause-
Warren Buffett said no such thing.
Donald Trump apparently said that, oh, Warren Buffett's even praising us in this
Yeah.
insane video that Trump put out.
He said something like, Warren Buffett said it's the smartest market move he's seen.
Yeah.
Warren Buffett.
As per a news release by Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett has not made any such statements about the Trump administration's policies. And you know what's devastating? It doesn't even matter that he put that out because already thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of Trump lovers are like, see, even Warren Buffett thinks this is
Yeah,
a
it
good
doesn't
idea.
matter. It's
Honey, get me another American Rebel, would you? No, they're behind the Bud Lights. Get me another.
no
Love you, dear.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. There are reports currently circulating on social media regarding comments allegedly made by Warren E. Buffett. All such reports are false. Also, what's her name? Birdie Buffett? What's his sister's name? Yeah, the hot sister.
Birdie, yeah.
Also, Birdie.
I will say, for a 90-year-old woman, she's extremely hot.
Oh, yeah, she's so hot.
You know what? I don't even want to qualify it. She's just a hot woman.
Yeah. Let's see. Stock market has officially erased $10 trillion since January 20th. The VIX is on pace for the highest close in 5 years, the highest average tariff level in more than 100 years. Ay. Babu. Yeah, this is going to be fun. This is going to be really fun.
You think so?
Yeah. No, I'm kidding. It's absolutely not very fun.
No, this is good. We got to pull this
let's
up.
play this. This will be our final little moment of zen here. Trump in 2012. Yeah.
It's not a video. It's just it's a tweet from him. If the Dow drops 1,000 points in 2 days, the president should be impeached immediately.
Yeah.
Hey, we got to take his advice on that one.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, this sucks. This stinks. Any hoomst. The Cash Tag Awards are at the end of this month. You guys want to go? You get 30% off if you use the code BAZE at checkout.
That's
and there's an open
BAES.
bar. Open bar. Better than a closed bar, am I right?
I hate when the bar's closed.
I hate when the bar is closed.
When the bar's open?
Let's see. Are we featured on here? Katy Perry. All right, at the bottom of the list. Ben Kahn from the Ben and Emil Show. Emil DeRosa. Jordan Lee. All right. Oh, we made it a little higher. Yeah, cool. All right, look at that.
Look at that beard
Oh,
on
Chris
it.
Camillo's going to be there. That'll be
No
fun.
way.
Yeah, we'll see him there. Who else? GPAISA. Jake Wojciech. That guy crushes it on Twitter. Oh my gosh. Anyway, folks, I'm gonna go cry. I hope you join me psychically.
Crying.
As we all cry
Let's
together.
all cry together.
No, I'm gonna go pack and go to the desert with my dog for this thing. Let's see. What are people saying in the chat?
Will Ben and Emil be there? If not, then I won't even consider it. Yes, we will be there.
Yes,
we will,
of course.
We will fully be there.
My girlfriend gets Amazon shares as part of her compensation. She never touches and is wondering what to do now with everything that's going on. Any financial advice? Can't give you any financial advice. Sorry about that. It's against the law for me. Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's gonna just be. If you need the cash, if I needed cash and I had Amazon shares, I would sell them. But don't forget, you're gonna have to pay taxes on that. Okay, I think that this is a good place to stop. Folks, thank you so much for tuning in. Huge shout out to Luke for manning the board. And
hey, stay safe out there. It's
Stay safe.
it's crazy times.
Crazy times.
Probably in for another crazy week. We'll see.
Yeah.
But one thing's for sure, we'll be here next week.
Rena, you can do it. I believe in you. Don't worry. And so long. Oh, Birdie, that was her name. Birdie Buffett. Yep, Birdie Buffett. Anyway, have a great weekend, folks.